Good morning. This is the pre-market report for 5th May. Now, yesterday we see that the indexes had a very sharp decline post the RBI event, as the RBI governor basically came in and he did what he should have done in the monetary policy meeting, but I do not know why he didn't do it then when it was actually expected and needed, and came to the stupidity yesterday, as a rate hike was needed all along the way, but it had to be done in a dignified manner, but he did it in a very crass manner which shook the markets. However, I believe anyone who traded with the levels would have made a packet, as Banknifty's low was just 5 rupees away from the lowest support level, and when it hits such an accuracy, it is very easy for you to make a good return and exit at the right time. So I hope everyone made a good amount. Now, when we come to how I expect the markets to trade today, yesterday after long I took an overnight bullish position, but only for one reason. I took a monthly position rather than a weekly, as there was just too much bearishness in the market, and due to that a bounce had to come, plus my quant indicator had reached a low which was not broken from quite some time. So now how I will trade that is, if we open with a gap up which is expected, then I might exit it if I see any weakness. However, most likely I will keep it and let it ride on, as it was bought exactly at yesterday's low, as I used the quant support zones, and the calls were simply very cheap. Even I did it by spread, but it was just, the call side was just too cheap to avoid, as there was too much bearishness in everyone's mind. So that would be important to see how it goes. Now we see the American market did very well last night after the Federal Reserve announced the rate hike. So that is a positive factor also. So now we'll jump directly into the quant levels for today, because we can see the Nifty is at an important point as it broke the change of polarity zone, which has held it for quite some time. So it will be very important to see if we break yesterday's low, as that level is now very important. Well, if we break yesterday's low, then the next, when we look at on the quant support zone front, if we manage to break 16,610 support, then I expect a decline to 16,505 to 450. That will be the next range. If we break that, 16,300 rupees. On the upside, basically 16,770 is the first resistance, and 16,870 is the second quant resistance, which I believe will be where the index will gap up as to what it is showing right now. After which 16,975 to 17,030 will prove a hurdle, and 17,130. I expect each of these zones to play a crucial role, as we have been reversed and we have broken the bottom of the box range. So now we'll have to claw back. The gap up is indicating that we are clawing back into the box range, so we'll have to see whether that clawback sustains. If it does not sustain, then I'll book my calls profits and leave. If it does sustain, then I'll maintain my monthly calls and let them continue. Now when we come to the Banknifty, the Banknifty is also, the 35,150 support is very important, as it yesterday stopped the whole decline on a day when the indexes were completely smashed. It managed to stop the decline, so you can see its importance already. If that manages to break, then 34,600 to 34,750 is the very next important code zone, then 34,180. These two I would classify as being very important zones if this one breaks. Then 33,900 and 33,550. However, these two I believe will be able to deal with any bearishness which comes along today. And the next is On the upside,
it's 7:30.
the resistance is 35,630 and then 36,000. I believe 36,000 will play an important role, and 36,410 to 36,490 on any upside move. So today it will be interesting to see how the indexes trade. As I have said, I have a bit of a bias because I'm holding monthly calls. So if I see the indexes are able to claw back into the box range they were in, then I will hold them with a tight stop loss. However, on the other hand, if the indexes are not able to hold basically the box range support after a post gap up, then I will take my profits and get out. So that's how I'm going to trade today. Technically it should be a calm day, as we had a very volatile day yesterday, but I believe today we're going to really try to trade within that yesterday's candle range, which might make it very volatile. Thank you for watching. Do like the video, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you can receive all the future videos of the channel.